This video is part of the course that is Build REST API with Spring Boot and Spring Data JPA. Link for this course is given in the description. Hello and welcome back. In this lecture, we will create our very first Spring Boot application. So just open the Spring Toolsuite and go to the File, New, and select as Spring Starter Project. So here you need to have working internet connection in your machine because we are going to use Spring Initializer, and this is the URL. You can open this URL in your browser as well, and there also you can create the Spring project as well. But we are going to use STS, Spring Toolsuite. So here we will give the name of our Spring Boot project, Maven. We will select as a build tool, jar packaging and artifact and group and all other information, the Java version, all things we will give over here. So let's click on the next, and here we can add the dependencies that we want to have in our Spring Boot application. Say I want to have Spring Web dependency because we are going to develop REST APIs in our Spring Boot application. So just select it and click on the next and then finish. So this might take few seconds or a minute depending on your internet connection to create our Spring Boot project. So I'm pausing the lecture over here, and once it's get completed, I will resume the lecture. So here is our Spring Boot project. So first we will start by the pom.xml. So on the top you will see the parent project in which we have latest Spring Boot version. So this is the latest version that is having as of now. It might be possible that when you are seeing this lecture, the higher latest version is over there. So make sure you use the latest stable version for the Spring Boot. So this is the parent project, kind of our project is child that is inheriting the properties and dependencies from the parent project. You can just press Ctrl and click on it. So that will open up the pom.xml for that particular parent project, and you will see some properties and all other things defined over here. So we will not much go into this because this Spring Initializer has done for it, and the parent project is over there. Our project has inherited, and the properties you can overwrite from here as well, whatever you want. And if we go down, see we have our Spring Web dependency. So here we haven't defined any version over it. So what happens, whatever version we define for our Spring Boot, according to that, the version will be over here, either same or compatible, whatever version is there, according to our Spring Boot version, that will be done over there. And also we can have our version as well over here, but mostly we will not define the version while adding the dependencies. And if you open the Maven dependencies, see we have a lot of dependencies over here. But here we just have 2 or 3, just few. And the reason is that we have parent project in our pom.xml. So we don't need to much dig into this, and we have this build because we selected jar packaging for our Spring Boot application. And if you expand the src main Java, you will see one main class. So this is basically the entry point for our Spring Boot application. So our Spring Boot application will have main class, and to run this Spring Boot application, just right click on the main class and run as Spring Boot application. Select this one. So by default, this Spring Boot application will get started on port 8080, and that will be embedded Tomcat. We don't need to have external Tomcat server to run our Spring Boot application. Yes, we can do that. We have option for that as well. Like you can have var packaging for your Spring Boot application, and then you can deploy that var file to external Tomcat server. But by default, it has embedded Tomcat servers inside it. And if you see this log, see it is saying that Tomcat started on port 8080 and started the demo application. So this is our main class. That means that our Spring Boot application as of now running in our local machine on port 8080, and that is on embedded Tomcat server. So basically this add Spring Boot application annotation is combination of three different annotation: add configuration, at enable auto configuration, and at component scan. So this annotation will tell that this is not the normal main class, but this is basically the main class for the Spring Boot application. So it will start embedded Tomcat server on port 8080. We can change the port as well on which our Spring Boot application will run. So as of now it's running on port 8080 by default, and if you expand the SRC main resources, then here we have application.properties. So in Java we know that properties file will have key value pair, key equal to value. So here we can store our database properties like database username, database password, database URL, database name, and all the things we can store here to make the database connection. And apart from that, we can have our own properties as well. For example, you can have your application name inside the application.properties, and throughout the application you will read that property in the project. So that we will see in one of the upcoming lectures. So this is how our simple Spring Boot application will look like. If you like the video, then please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, like the video, do comment in the comment section and share with your friends. If you want to learn how to build REST APIs with Spring Boot and Spring Data JPA, then I am having complete course on it. This course covers REST API, Spring Boot, Spring Data JPA, Spring AOP, that is aspect oriented programming, documenting the REST APIs with Swagger, Project Lombok to avoid the boilerplate code in Java, and many other topics. Link for this course is given in the description. Just click on that link and start your journey with Spring Boot and Spring Data JPA. We'll see you in the another video. Till then, happy learning and happy coding.